Hi, everyone. Welcome to SBR Sports Picks. My name is Peter Loshak. His name is Mike Brenner, and we are the Odds Club. We come from sportsbookreview.com. Hashtag AskSBR for all your sports betting questions that you want answered really quickly. Mike Brenner, this is a college basketball odds couple show for Thursday, February 16th. Of course, we got the usual slate of games, the Gonzaga games. We got Pac-12 and everything. Yep. And let's throw up the record. Last night was interesting. You saw what happened, right? Seton Hall. I said it. Yep. I need to get soon. I am going to have balls big enough to take a pick like
there
that.
We go. Dennis, soon I'm going to have ball stuff again. I'm telling Pete, that's like me saying, soon I'm going to get a divorce and I'm finally going to be a happy man.
Right.
I've been saying the same damn thing. One of us has got to start doing something about it.
Admittedly, that was a stretch considering how awesome Creighton has been on the road this year.
Unbelievable.
But just the spot told it. Yep. And I'm actually glad that at least we could tell it to our viewers, and our viewers know that when I have a pick that I like, that I don't have any balls, that it's more often than not to play it. Yeah.
Because I thought about it too when I looked at those results, and then look at North Carolina.
Yeah.
Owned
That's right.
NC
That's
State.
We did have some good calls. And look at Duke.
We had a couple.
Look at Duke.
Buddy,
Classic
come on
call.
now.
And Georgia Tech covered as well. So it wasn't all bad. It wasn't all bad. I had some minor conference
another
losers.
cool thing is we did videos yesterday with Jumpin' Joe Gavassi, so we already have an idea with some of the games on today's slate. So I'm feeling a little edge coming into today.
Let's get into it.
I got to pick it up,
All right,
Pete.
Let's get into it. Let's start with all the marquee games. First one is Wisconsin and Michigan. Now, Michigan, obviously to start the year, they were terrible defensively. They did improve. They have improved recently. Still a vulnerable team, though, in my opinion. Wisconsin's also coming off a loss. And this one, I was actually thinking, the line is right around Pick'em. I'm not sure where the sharp action is going to come in, but I was thinking this might be a spot to take Wisconsin.
And because Wisconsin will be on the road if I'm correct.
Which is tough. And Michigan's been playing really well recently. But I still feel like Michigan is in the same way they weren't nearly as bad as they looked early in the year. They're not quite as good as they've looked recently. And I think, Wisconsin's coming off a loss. I think it might be a spot to take Wisconsin.
Well, that would be a big balls pick.
It would, right?
Yeah, I couldn't touch that one.
All right, Mike Brenner just had a coughing fit. You feeling better?
You got me all choked up there, Pistol
No,
Pete.
This is a tough one. I feel a little tight inside, but you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to take Wisconsin on the first half. I'm going to take Wisconsin on the first half against Michigan. They're coming off a loss, and I think that that Michigan might come back and win it in the second half, but that Wisconsin probably gets off to a decent start. Like you saw what happened in the Pitt game. We took Pitt in the first half, covered by a mile, and then wound up losing outright. You remember that one against Virginia Tech?
And that was a great call. It was -2 in that first half. Thank you, Pistol Pete.
All right, so I'm going to
I like that too. And you know what? The fact that the books have it that tight, that tells you something also. Yeah. They must know. And I think first half, you got that factor of not necessarily revenge, but you got that factor of a team that knows coming off a loss, now they better bring it. So I don't know. I might jump in there with you before the show's over. So
all right, now we got Gonzaga's next game. And, of course, we previewed this game with Joe Gavassi early yesterday.
I was a little shocked on this call by Joe.
Well, but I'll tell you what, when we did it with Joe Gavassi, it was 23. It's down to 21.5, Mike Brenner.
Wow.
And you know that's not the public saying, give me San Francisco here. That's got to be sharp money, right?
Public saying, give me San Francisco.
It's 21.5. Heritage is 21.
Oh, my God.
So money's coming in on San Francisco.
There's no doubt about it then. So with that being said, Pistol Pete, what's the best shop line on that first half?
For Gonzaga.
Probably about 11.
Okay.
12?
It'll be like 12.5. Let me find it.
Pistol Pete, let's see. I bet you're dead on 12.5.
Well, yeah, I mean,
if you are, I'm not kidding you.
Actually, the bet online books have 12.5 -120. Everyone else has 13, Mike Brenner.
You got to be kidding me. And yet it's 21.
Yep.
It's down to 21.
21.5. Some places Heritage is 21. Yep. They know.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm taking the first half
at
12.5.
12.5.
I'm not exaggerating. I like it. I think they bury him early. I think this could be a backdoor cover. That's maybe why that money's pouring in. It's not because San Francisco's talented. No, they just think the Zags might pull the. And let's not forget the pounding that happened last time. Right?
Yeah, I mean it's just Gonzaga has a you can make the argument.
They haven't let me down.
Yeah.
I've used them 4 times, Pete. I've backed them 4 times since they took the #1 spot, and both on full games and halves and teasers, they have not let me down yet. So until they give me reason, I'm jumping on that first half.
And that just
pull
shows
that trigger, Brenner.
That just shoys you that these Gonzaga games aren't fixed. If they're a 28-point favorite, they're not. They don't have some players who are winning by 23.
Well, that we know of.
No, they're 18-4. If they're fixed, they'd be dead.
You're
right
dead
now.
right. You're right. You're right.
So then we got this.
Got a number for a divorce lawyer?
This is.
Hey, I'm just.
I could be a divorce lawyer. This is a Utah and Oregon is a tough one.
Wow.
That's a 10-foot pole for me.
It is. Oregon coming off that game. Let's get real. I don't know. I think You said early on that maybe this team could be a little overvalued and overrated.
Who, Oregon?
Yeah, or no, it was Baylor. I think it was Baylor.
Baylor.
Okay, that's right.
They've been doing better recently. That's a 10-foot pole from Utah.
me
Always
too.
dangerous
Yep.
as a dog.
I'm
I
off
don't
of
want to
that
bet
one.
against Oregon.
Yep.
Then we have Arizona, Washington State, another tough one. Washington State has been particularly undervalued recently.
Yeah.
Not covering every game, but covering a lot of games. The two games they didn't cover were, I think, the games that I took them, the blowout against Utah. But they're getting 12.5 at home against Arizona.
Yeah, and I'm not sold on Arizona. Sean Miller, they burnt me. I've only
Yeah.
out of 4 times using them this year, Pete, 1 and 4, they've only cashed 1, and the 3 times that they didn't, they got literally weren't even close to cashing.
Yeah.
I'm not sold on that team. I'm not sold on the depth of the bench, and Sean Miller, I believe, knows it as well. I don't think they're a top 4 team or even a top 8 team at this point.
Yeah, and then we got that's it for the ranked teams. We got other interesting games like Colorado at Oregon State. Colorado off of 2 really nice covers, and Oregon State terrific at home, but they're getting 10.5. I might go on the first half on that one because Oregon State might surprise here a little bit. All right, so that's it for the marquee games. I have a bunch of picks that I'm going to give.
Why not? What the hell? And I got a couple too.
All right, let's hear what you got, Mike Brennan.
Well, I'm going to start off. We did a video yesterday with Jumpin' Joe Gavassi, and this makes sense to me. I want to see what the best shop line is on Marshall. First half with a revenge game, and you got a Dan Toney as a coach. These guys are going to run it up.
It's interesting because
on the road, look at the ATS on the road for their opponent in this one. Buddy.
Now, when we did the video with Joe Gavazzi, the early reference line that I saw, which what might not have been a market line was 5. It's now 2.5 or 3, Mike.
You got to be kidding me!
I'm not kidding you. Surprised me as well.
That's a big jump.
Surprised
I mean, that's a big drop, Pete.
Wow.
Is it an injury? That can't be.
No. I think it was just an early line that
wasn't
was
correct.
a little
maybe
bit off. I would be leaning Marshall here as well.
You know what? I am going to still take the first half because there is that revenge, and the bottom line numbers don't lie. Their opponent is terrible. ATS on the road, and I think the revenge factor with the run and gun. Give it to me. Best shop line.
Yeah.
Probably
all right.
1.5.
For Marshall on the first half, let me find it.
Thank you for that update too.
Yeah.
See what I mean? Double D.
Well, interesting.
I'm not kidding you. No, that's how it all works right there.
Minus 1.5, minus 103. That's a pinnacle line.
All right. It was said very well, and I think a bunch of them said it. That's what friends are for. When are we going to do some songs? You keep threatening me with some music.
I'll do it anytime you want. I got some songs.
Well, let's do one now.
Okay.
Fuck it. Let's do one now.
I can't do it.
I'm putting you on the spot.
I'm not going to do it extemporaneously a cappella freestyle, but I'll write some songs with you.
Cappella freestyle.
All right. So, Mike Brenner, what else do you have for us?
Okay, buddy. Here's another one I think is going to be a sharp call. I'm going to do it. It's a 3-team teaser, Pistol, and this is how I'm going to end off my plays.
Okay.
Right? I'm going to be going with SMU.
SMU.
Yep. Southern Methodist.
You mean from last night's game, you mean?
No.
SMU. Who are they playing?
Yeah, it's not. It's holy cow, Pistol.
Oh, Southern Mississippi. Southern Mississippi.
No.
Okay.
St. Mary's.
Oh, St. Mary's. Okay.
It's St. Mary's, the Zags, and Marshall, who I'm putting on there.
Okay,
but I did write SMU like I'm talking Mustang, so that's my
SMC.
bad.
All right, so
SMC.
Minus 9.5.
Okay. Zags.
Okay, so that. Oof. Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that'll be 15.5.
I like that.
Okay.
And on top of that, Marshall in a revenge game.
All right, so I guess that'll be +3 or 3.5. Let me find out where. Yeah, +3.
I like it. So that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going Zags first half minus 12.5. The 3-team teaser with St. Mary's, Zags, and Marshall. And then also, I'm hitting big time Marshall first half minus 1.5. Pistol Pete, light us up with your picks.
Oh, geez. All right. So there's a lot of them that I think I'm liking. I'm just not exactly sure which ones I want to give. Maybe I'll give them all.
Why not? You know what? It's Thursday. Why not?
Yeah. All right. This is a tough one. Charleston at Hofstra, right?
Yep.
This reminds me of the Creighton game, but in this case, Charleston, I believe, is coming off of a loss or coming up. Let me just find my notes.
Still don't know how you read that stuff.
Charleston is right. Charleston off of 2 straight up losses. I think this is going to be a good spot to take Charleston, and I will take them first half and the full game. The full game is -1, and I will take them also.
You've had a decent read on that team all year, so I wouldn't talk you off that.
So I'm going to take that one 2 ways. Let's see, going on down the line. Oh, here's another one. UTSA against Rice. Now, when this one opened at 14, I jumped on UTSA. Now it's down to 12 or 12.5. UTSA has had 4 straight games. They've really done better than their market valuation. The issue is just that they were all at home.
Okay.
Now they're going on the road. They're 3-7 ATS on the road, but I think they might have turned a corner. This is a big line.
And Rice is not.
They're fine. They're good. They're decent, but they're not anything special.
Not at all.
I don't think. So I'm going to take them at +12.5 minus 106.
So that movement doesn't. Okay.
No. It's in my favor. I bet it at 14 on the opener, and
good then.
and now it's at 12.5. So I will take that
Pistol
one.
Pete pulling that trigger on some big balls plays.
Yeah. Moving on down. Oh, here's another
Moving
one.
on down.
This is how you cap college basketball. You look at a team like Weber State, right?
Yep.
Now Weber State is a top team in the Big Sky, but
and
they've
has
been
for a minute.
Right, but they've been bad ATS, right?
Yep.
And they're 1-7 ATS their last 8.
Wow.
But North Colorado is a lower tier team in the Big Sky, and they've also been terrible ATS recently.
Where's this one being played?
It's being played in Weber State. So I'm thinking this is a spot where Weber State does actually get a cover, a margin win.
What's the line at right now?
Well, it's a big line, which is when you have a team that's 1-7 over their last 8 games
you're
ATS,
going to get exaggerated.
and they're still a 13-point favorite. That kind of tells you something. So I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to try to steal a couple of units here.
I got a feeling you're going to go for a first half here.
Yeah, I'm going to take both Weber State first half and on the full game -13, -106.
And what's the first half looking at?
Let me see. The first half, I believe, should be 7. Let me see. Let me find it. Weber State, -7, -113. So this is a risky one, but I'm going to take a shot with it.
Okay. I like the fact you're pulling that trigger because we don't have to hear it tomorrow.
I'm pulling all the triggers.
Pull that trigger, pistol.
Then another one is that I'm going to take, which is also risky. Sacramento State +10.5, and Sacramento State quietly they're 8-2 ATS. They were awful at the start of the season ATS wise. They're 8-2 ATS, including some nice results recently against some top teams in that conference. Montana is 3-7 ATS at home off of 2 nice road wins.
And haven't they already played once? I think.
I don't know. I don't think so. No, I don't think they did.
Not.
But I think, or maybe they did. But I'm willing to take Sacramento State just on the full game
10.5, right?
10.5. Yeah.
Wow.
Just
plus
plus 10.5. Yeah, it is. And then another one. I'm going to take a shot with Montana State at home against Portland
what the
State.
hell?
Yep. Montana State is only 3-8 ATS at home, and they've been losing last 5. But they've already beaten Portland State once this year, and I think that Portland State is coming off a game where they took Weber State to overtime, and I think that this is going to be a good spot for Montana. So I'm going to take them.
Pistol
Sorry,
Pete,
Montana State.
Yeah,
full game, and the first half. The full game is 3.5 -110. All right, and let me see what else. And let's see. And I will throw on Oregon State first half against Colorado. I think that at least for the first, that's +6.
Okay,
just cutting it a little close, but again, Oregon State is terrible, but I think they can.
Pistol,
hang
what's
for
going
a
on with
half.
the totals? You got any totals for our viewers today?
When we shoot these videos, the totals.
That's right.
The totals,
right. But you will do this though. You will tweet them out later. Pete's tweets, possibly.
Yes, I will. I didn't do it last night because of my issue, which we'll make a video about later on.
Hell, between your issue and my issue. Well, make a movie. Hell with a video.
Exactly,
we can make a movie.
And we will make videos about them.
And guess what? I got a feeling pretty soon that Dennis is going to have a little drama in his life, too. He might be jumping in, too. Yeah, something tells me it ain't all happy at the house.
And the other thing that I'm going to give is just one pick, another one kind of out on the limb.
One. Yeah, out on the limb.
I am going to take a shot with Portland. Now, Portland was bad, then they lost their leading scorer, and after that, they've been absolutely terrible. Can't win a game.
Let's jump all over them. Yeah, back that team.
They lost. They played Pacific earlier in the year, and they beat them, but that was when they had their leading scorer in there.
Okay.
Now he's out, and they haven't won since.
So what are you going to do? Fade them then?
No, I'm going to take Portland. I'm going to take them. I think they're going to be good enough to pull out a win at home here. Pacific is vulnerable as well. I'm going to take Portland.
That's big balls play. Pistol.
It is big balls.
Because the way you presented that pick, this team sucks. They're terrible, and I'm on them. That's kind of the way.
Yeah, but Pacific sucks too. Pacific sucks too, and I think this is a good spot to try to time a win with Portland. So I'll take them at -2, -105 actually at the Greek. The line is headed down. All right, and that's it for me, Mike Brenner.
Okay, are you sure? That's a big statement to make.
That's it for me.
Okay,
I threw a bunch of stuff on there. Hopefully, more of it will stick than not.
And again, on the NBA show, we're going to do some shout outs. But again, Pistol Pete. Good nights or bad nights, getting hammered or not, I still got to thank our. No, seriously, because you have a bad night, you wouldn't believe the abuse you take. But also our standard solid team, they jump right on there and they take the work away. But I appreciate you guys more than you know. We got some great followers out there.
You know what, Mike Brenner? You want to write a song? That's a nice line we could use. Good nights or bad nights, getting hammered or not. We'll use
Let's
that.
do it.
We'll write that one down. I'll write it down. Write it down. Good nights or bad nights, getting hammered or not.
Or bad nights.
First line to a nice gambling song that Mike Brenner and I will write. All right, Mike Brenner.
That's it.
That's it for Thursday, and we'll be back tomorrow with some picks for college basketball for Friday.
All right. Hey, guys, bet responsible and beat that bookie.
Research before you bet. Be sure to check out SBR Picks for the best game predictions, breakdowns, and much, much more.